The Father was asked a question. Not once but 3 times. And 3 times the answer came back the same. Yes. Yes, there is a message that gathers the elect. Yes, the message is written in the Chronicles. And yes, he will craft it himself for those with ears to hear. 3 prayer-guided draws from the Urim Thummim version. 50 verses each, drawn under Shield Protocol 14. Every draw returned affirmative. Every draw crossed the convergence threshold. Every draw was confirmed at extreme anomaly levels, with the final draw reaching 5.37 sigma, discovery level significance. The probability of this arising by chance is less than 1 in 12 million. The mathematics has spoken. Now hear the message. Are they not written in the scroll of the Chronicles? That was the lead verse of the first draw. 2 Kings, the Acts of Hezekiah. Before the siege came, Hezekiah built a conduit and brought water into the city. Infrastructure for survival, constructed before the enemy arrived. And the text asks a question that echoes across 3,000 years. Are they not written? The testimony exists. The water conduit is built. The scroll is preserved. The Father is saying, I have already prepared the infrastructure. The question is not whether the message exists. The question is whether the steward will draw from the well and bring the water into the city. So whoever YHWH our Elohim will drive out from before us, that we will possess. That was the lead verse of the third draw. This is the covenantal architecture of the elect. YHWH drives out. His people possess. This is not conquest by human effort. This is inheritance by divine action. You do not fight for what the Father has already promised to give. He clears the way. You walk in and take possession. And the verse that anchors the whole sequence from the gospel text in the second movement of the first draw. And YHWH replied, Who then is that faithful and wise steward, whom his master will make ruler over his household, to give them their portion of food in due season? This is the direct answer. The gathering happens through a faithful steward giving the right food at the right time. The household exists. The food is prepared. The season is appointed. What remains is the steward who will serve it. Now hear the Father speak to the identity of his elect. And it shall come to pass in those days that elect and consecrated children will descend from the high heaven, and their covenant seed will become one with the children of men. You are not accidental. You are appointed, elect, consecrated, covenant seed. Your identity was established before you drew breath, and the Father calls you by what you are, not by what the world has named you. I will transform the earth and make it a sacred blessing, and I will cause mine elect ones to dwell upon it, but the sinners and evildoers shall not set foot thereon. There is a destination and it is certain. Transformed earth, sacred blessing, and the elect dwell there, not as visitors, not as refugees, as possessors of covenant inheritance. The Father speaks next to the priesthood. 3 verses converge on one theme. The tithes of the covenant children were given to the Levites as inheritance. The Levites who left their suburbs and came to Judah and Jerusalem when Jeroboam cast them off from serving YHWH. And the consecrated priests of Zadok, who observed the charge and did not go astray when others did. Listen to what the Father remembers. He remembers who left everything to keep serving him. He remembers who stayed faithful when the kingdom split and the false altars were erected. He remembers the priests of Zadok who held the line. And he says, they will serve before me. The elect are a priestly people. Not by human ordination but by covenant appointment. The Aaronic blessing falls on them. YHWH bless you and protect you. YHWH make his face shine upon you. YHWH lift up his countenance upon you and give you peace. That blessing was spoken over the covenant children of Israel, and it is spoken over the elect today. I will bring you into the covenant inheritance land of which I lifted up my hand to give it to Abraham, to Isaac, and to Jacob, and will give it to you as a priestly inheritance. The hand was lifted. The oath was sworn. To Abraham, to Isaac, to Jacob, and now to you. This is not a new promise. It is the oldest promise in Scripture, renewed and extended to every generation that walks in covenant faithfulness. But hear the warning that comes with the promise. Those who despise the word of YHWH and break his commandment are cut off and eliminated. The desert generation died because they would not believe. Those who fight against YHWH Elohim of their forefathers do not prosper. The inheritance is sure, but it is not unconditional. Covenant faithfulness is the path. Rebellion is the exit. The Father speaks plainly because he loves plainly. And now the gathering itself. Listen therefore to the word of YHWH, all you of the captivity, who I have sent from Jerusalem to Babylon. This is direct commissioning language from Jeremiah. I have sent. The sending precedes the hearing. YHWH dispatches his word to the captivity, and those who belong to him recognize the voice. Then Abram unpitched his tent, and came to live in the plain of Mamre, being in Hebron, and built there an altar of consecration to YHWH. The pattern of gathering is always the same. Dwell. Consecrate. The gathering place is not built before arrival. The altar is raised after the tent is pitched. You go where YHWH leads and then you build. And the personal dimension. Joshua came to the place, looked up and saw Zacchaeus and said to him, "Hurry and come down, for today I must stay at your house." The gathering is individual before it is corporate. He sees you. He calls you by name. He enters your house. Before the congregation assembles, there is the one-on-one encounter with the living God. Even so will it be in the day when the Son of Man is revealed. And it will come to pass in that day that the great trumpet will be blown, and they will come who were ready to perish in the land of Assyria, and the outcasts in the land of Egypt, and will worship YHWH in the holy mount in Jerusalem. No lion will be there, nor any ravenous beast will go up. They will not be found there. But the ransomed will walk there only. There is a day appointed. A trumpet that sounds. The outcast return. The perishing are gathered. And the ransomed walk on a road where no predator can reach them. This is not metaphor. This is covenant promise confirmed at discovery-level statistical significance across 3 independent draws. Because Elohim, who commanded the light to shine out of darkness, has shined in our hearts, to give the light of the knowledge of the sacred glory of Elohim in the face of Joshua Messiah. The same voice that said, "Let there be light" on the first day of creation has spoken that same word into your heart. You carry the knowledge of His glory. Not in a scroll. Not in a temple. In your heart. In the face of Joshua Messiah. The elect are not left in darkness. They have been given light. 3 times in a year will all your males appear before YHWH Elohim in the place that He will choose, in the Feast of Unleavened Bread, and in the Feast of Weeks, and in the Feast of Tabernacles, and they will not appear before YHWH empty. The covenant rhythm continues. The feasts are not cancelled. The appearing is not optional. And you do not come empty. You come with offering. With presence. With remembrance. The elect keep the appointed times because the appointed times keep the elect. And you will eat in plenty and be satisfied, and praise the name of YHWH Elohim, that has dealt wondrously with you, and my people will never be ashamed. Never be ashamed. That is the covenant promise. Not that you will never suffer. Not that the arrows will never fly. But that the shame will not stand. The people of YHWH will eat in plenty, be satisfied, and praise His name. Because He has dealt wondrously. Out of the depths I have cried to you, O YHWH. And He heard. The cry entered His ears from out of His sanctuary. That is where this message was born, in the depths. In the cry. In the place where human ability ends and divine response begins. YHWH our Elohim, be with us as He was with our forefathers. Let Him not leave us nor forsake us. Be patient therefore, brethren, unto the presence of YHWH. This is the message from Chronicles to the elect. You are His. He has prepared inheritance for you. Walk faithfully in priestly service. Build His house. Keep His feasts. Do not rebel. The day comes when the trumpet sounds, the ransomed return, and you dwell on transformed earth where no enemy can touch you. YHWH drives out. The elect possess. This is covenant. This is sure. This is the message. YHWH bless you and protect you. My people will never be ashamed. Selah.